Just get into it, man. So we broke a lot of we made a lot of ruffle some feathers.
Understatement.
Because you and I both agreed that Nas wasn't better than, subjectively speaking.
Nice. We said nice.
Nicer than Fab. I think that is something that we should talk about real quick, because people don't understand there's a such thing as an objective opinion and a subjective opinion. I think we got to get into that, right? So like objectively, if I like something, that's me just being objective to it. Like that's something, like, for example, I think Dr. Dre is an incredible producer.
Oh yeah. I don't know what he's...
Objectively speaking. Subjectively speaking, he's not my favorite.
Damn, okay.
Like, you see what I'm trying to say? Like yeah. I'll take Pharrell or Timbaland over Dre. Subjectively, like if you ask me what I want to do. Now, if you ask me, you know, like who would you rather have for the world? If I don't want to taste my burgers, if you know, speaking, if I want to eat my shit, of course I'm gonna take Dre. But if I personally, what I want to consume is more Pharrell and Timbaland. But
I'm not mad. No, and actually, it's just these shows, they just argue each other on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't want to argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's like,
this is really gonna ban us half out of the clip.
Like, cause let me say what I mean. Like, I personally like Dre. Like, I love, like, I could get, but it's like, it ain't caviar to me. To me, like, but I'm also not from the West Coast. I didn't grow up, like, I grew up on the East Coast. So to me, it's like, I honestly would pick, who would I pick over Dre? It's probably just Timbaland or Pharrell, just them two.
No, Ye.
No. And the reason why I won't put Ye over Dre is because Ye to me is not just a producer. He's more of an artist. Like, Dre is an artist, but he's more of a producer.
Got it.
Like, even when you hear Dre's art, you want to hear how he produces his art.
Got it.
Ye, it don't matter who produces it. He's still gonna rap and do Ye. So he's probably a better curator to me than Dre, but producer, not Dre. But Dre is overrated to me from my subjective perspective.
And cover feed right there. Watch it.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something.
Dre is on the...
Okay,
let me go.
Let me tell you something about wait, shot through shot. There's a shot through shower from EYL.
Oh yeah,
because Rashad called me with that Nas clip. Like, Rashad is like, you're Ray. First of all, it's 12 o'clock at night. He like, Ray, you gotta stop whatever you're doing to help me understand this. But I'm like, honestly, like, yo, I need to understand how you rank that. I just need to hear it. So I started breaking it down.
Yeah.
And then I said to him something, you know, just talking. I was like, yo, Rashad, you gotta understand. Like, Illmatic is for the niggas in the hood, the bricks, Queens, right? But I said, Soul Food Goody Mob was a better album to me than Illmatic. It did more for me than Illmatic. I wasn't in the bricks in Queens selling dope on a, you know what I mean? I was off Old National, right? You know, like, Goody Mob did more for me. So people's like, how could you say that? And it's like, well, I obviously know that Nas' album means more to the world than Goody Mob album.
Yeah.
I know that. By the way, shout out to CeeLo and all of those guys. I understand that Nas and Illmatic means more to more people than Goody Mob Soul Food. But the people that Goody Mob Soul Food that it means something to, you can't discredit them. That's what I'm trying to get to say. Like I feel like the reason why I like doing these shows punches, because I feel like a lot of the times people almost feel like, how dare you? Like, what's your name, bro? Justin. Justin is a white kid. You gotta be a 24, 25, young white kid. If you came in and told me that Eminem was yo for GOAT, I wouldn't feel no way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, motherfucker, how dare you? Like, it's like, he's a 25-year-old white kid. Like, who else should be his favorite fucking rapper? Now, don't get me wrong. If he like Big and Jay, even more. But, like, I don't look at him and expect him.
He actually like Wu-Tang.
Oh, you like Wu-Tang?
Like, heavily. Like, at rates that you wouldn't even imagine. Which is the irony of it all. Probably thinks Eminem is overrated. But again, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying, all right? But my point is that whatever your opinion is, I respect it. It don't have, and by the way, I actually like it at this away from mine, a distance from mine, because now you taking me somewhere mentally I never went. That's what Punch does for me. Punch tells me, I'm like, hold on. When you start breaking down nice rap, I'm like, let me sit back and watch the master album. And that's how I was excited to hear that. I know you know your shit from a New York angle. And if you're a New York nigga, you see this, how could you not be proud of someone speaking about it in such a high, like always the way Stephen A. Smith speaks about the NBA is like, how could you not love that? So back to that being, with all that being said, Hutch,
Yes, sir.
people are mad because we said Fab is nicer than Nas.
Yeah.
What's your first?
Now, for the people that gotta understand, I think, first of all, 3,000, 4,000 of the comments are saying, how could Fab be better than Nas? And I always tell everybody like this. I go, number one, words are important. I'm gonna start off every That's Debatable episode with words are important. There is rapping ability and there is nice.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna send a straight, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Jamal Crawford, you are an amazing basketball player, but Jamal Crawford is nice, but he's not equivalently as nice as he is a great player. If Jamal Crawford went into summertime ball, he might have 60 highlights, flash, sexy, driving through the lane. Could he do that in and out every single night in the NBA? No, we've seen it. He wasn't capable of doing it because of the system and everything. No stray at Jamal. I love you. You get what I'm saying? But point being, there is nice. Let's talk about Rucker Park. I want to give the metaphor and walk it down the rap. When Rucker Park was the pulse of street basketball for the world, and I know that there's going to be an asshole who's going to want to tell me, this was the park. What's for? This is the Drew League. This and that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It doesn't, because I put one at the number one, does not mean that there is no 2, 3, 4, 5. Before y'all have a heart attack.
But when do your street basketball, the first word.
It's Rucker Park. It's not even.
It's the Rucker. They gotta say park.
We know where it is.
Exactly.
So the Rucker.
Yes.
When it was there, Kobe, Shaq, Tracy McGrady, Steph Marbury, Kevin Durant when it had 60 in it. The whole point of everything is they didn't feel validated until they went to Rucker Park and put in work. Yes. And went at the streets and said, how do I feel going at the streets? That's because they all wanted the title of, yo, Kobe is nice. Yes. KB is nice. Nice matters. Yes. You people who want to talk about better rapper and better artist, that's cool. But words matter. We weren't there. We were talking about nice. Now, Fabolous, John Jackson, Nas, Nasir Jones, applaud you, great minds and thinkers. But Fabolous is not a slouch. Fabolous has been out since 1998. I had a very long conversation with Fab about this dialogue.
Oh, okay.
And and Fab brought up a really very interesting point. Because he was the youngest one coming out there, they treat him like he's like in between the classes because the seniors were there. Exactly. That's true. And then he's still been there since 98. And then the freshman class that got to come in 2001 and got to kind of be on their own when the big homies, the J, the Nas, and the X were really going crazy. Yeah. Fab was there. So we act as if he was not like a stand-up, but to survive.
I'm going to say something very controversial.
I'm with you, but to survive.
I think the only thing that hurt Fab was that, and I swear I'm not trying to be controversial, just hear me out.
I'm with you.
Is that he was signed to DJ Khaled.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I'm with you. Walk it down.
Because being signed, if Fab was signed to Jay-Z, he would have been looked at as like, okay, Memphis Bleak, that nigga. But because he was signed to a DJ, he was always considered like the mixtape rapper that can give you a radio record. That's crazy. Because that's what DJs survive. In mixtapes and on radio. That's crazy. Yeah, so Fab is signed to Clue. And he signed to, so now he's going to make radio records like So Into You, Breathe, all these other records, but he's also going to make mixtape records because he signed to a mixtape DJ. But what happens, like, it changes. It's like what happened with DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled is signed to Fat Joe, right? Yeah. But at some point in time, for him to become bigger than Joe, Joe had to almost say, okay, you take the TS chain, I'm going to stand back and I'm going to hold the umbrella for you now. So now I was the main right? You see what I'm saying? But because Fat Joe is not considered, oh my God, you can't be signed to him and be, oh my God, right? So like when you're signed to someone, that's your and
at that point the cosign matters so much.
And that's point. So like if Fab was signed to Ye, he'd probably be Way, but and this is no disrespect to Cool. I don't know Cool. I know SO on them, but I know Cool is kind of sensitive. So I know he might be like, this is bullshit. I'm like, I'm not disrespecting you.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about your place in hip hop and the fans' perception of your place in hip hop. Look at K Slay had Papoose. He was looked at as a DJ's artist.
Yeah.
Right? So when you a DJ's artist, it looks a little different than when you a rap person, or like a rapper.
At that time period, because it was a very big thing to get a rapper cosign at that point.
Yes.
You needed a rapper cosign at that point. So when Fab came without the rapper cosign, shout to Pap, spoke to Pap for like 2 hours too. My phone was ringing about these conversations.
Because you the voice of the street.
I'm the president of the culture, by the way. I don't know if y'all know it.
Listen, I am making Punch the official president of hip hop. If anybody wants to challenge that, they gotta
stand in front of the camera.
They gotta sit on camera.
I dare one of you niggas. I dare one of you niggas. Listen close. And listen, you better have a resume. You better have some mixtapes. Oh God, and don't just try to sit next to me and run up your clout either, by the way. Listen, I'm not with none of the shits. Let me tell y'all loud and clear, okay? Y'all see me pop up on the VSG, ENT every other day. You see me change the game. You see me no labels necessary. We're going viral every day. I see you niggas, okay? I see every single one of you. Ray's calling me Punch. Do you peep it? I peep it. We see the sideways comments. We're watching, okay? We're watching. While eating it, while discussing the big 6-figure, 7-figure deal, we're seeing your comments. We're noticing it, okay? Be clear. My whole point of all of this is this. When you're speaking your points about the culture, just make sure you be in your authentic self.
I agree.
The reason why I said Fab was nicer than Nas was because I believe it. I believe that when we're talking about nice, the flash, the punchline, the wordplay, the cipher presence, that's what I feel would have a larger impact. I also said Jadakiss was nicer as well. And then they attacked the Fab. I don't want that to be forgotten.